so we are going on a very fun journey together this week. We are attempting to read 200 pages every single day for a week straight. And what are your thoughts on that? Do you think I'm going to be able to do it? What's your prognosis?
Yeah, you'll be able to do it. That's all you do is read.
He's not wrong. Okay, so I am very excited. Friday is the day to be determined. We'll see what happens. But we are reading Interesting Facts About Space by Emily Austin. I'm still too early in to really have a full grasp about what's going on, but I haven't ever read anything with a narrator, like a main character like this, and so I'm pretty excited. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, and let's see what happens. So we have a lot to update on. I haven't actually spoken to the camera in about a day. So Monday, we read our 200 pages. We almost got to finishing this book. And then Tuesday, we had a family get-together situation that Joe and I wanted to go to. So I came home and I read after that. And I just read enough to finish this book. So I read 73 pages. I was exhausted. I didn't want to push it, so I didn't. And I'm thinking that I might be able to make up the days on Thursday, tomorrow. This book, I'm going to give it, I think, a 3.5. There were parts of it that I really liked. It was definitely very fast-paced, and I did really like our narrator, but there was just something about it that I wasn't like emotionally connected to it, and so it couldn't really get above that, if that makes any sense. So then today we started The 7 Moons of Molly Amelia, and guys, I'm on page 37. And I might DNF it, which honestly is such a disappointment that I'm even saying that, because this was one of my most anticipated reads of the year, and I've had this on my radar to read for about 2. So I don't really know what's going on. I don't know if there's just like a hump that I have to get over, but what's confusing me, because I really like the concept of it. Essentially, we have our main character, Molly. He dies, and when the book starts and he is in a like celestial like office situation, and there's a ton of other dead people around him, and the workers are trying to give them instruction. Basically, they have 7 days to figure out what happened to him, and I think he has to contact the people that he loved most, essentially, and he has something like on his dead body, I believe, that is like extremely important. And what is making, what my hang up is in this world, you can go, like, once you die, you can only go where your dead body is and where your name is spoken. So there will be like the middle of the chapter and our main character will like be with his dead body, like, and they're trying, I'm just confused is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just like getting me and it's making me like, I don't know. So we will see. We'll see what happens. I really couldn't tell you. Next update might be me choosing another book. I don't know, but I don't want to. Like, I really do want to give this book a shot because it was so anticipated, but I also don't want to put myself into a reading slump because I'm forcing myself to read something I don't want to read. Do you see my dilemma? So I'm gonna go try to figure out what I want to do. I'm gonna read some more, see if I'm still lost, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so we have quite a few things to talk about. I realized when looking through this footage that I did not even speak to you guys on Thursday. Like, not one word. I got some B-roll stuff, but I didn't even talk to you guys on Thursday, so I apologize about that. It is now Saturday. I mentioned a little bit in the beginning that Friday was not even going to be a possibility for this challenge. I had a work conference thing, and then there was like this party afterwards. I was gone from, I'm not even joking, like 7 a.m. and I did not get back until around 11. So that just wasn't even a possibility. That day for this video doesn't even count because I didn't even have the opportunity to try to read that day. So like Tuesday and Wednesday, I did not meet the 200-page goal. So I said that I was going to make up for that in other days. But Friday, we're not even counting because it's my channel and I get to do what I want. But all that to say, Thursday, I finished this book. So within finishing this book, I read my 200 pages for the day, and also I made up for Tuesday. So it was actually crazy. It was the exact amount of pages that I needed, which was so weird and so satisfying. And so now we'll talk about this book. I'm going to talk about it in depth in my wrap-up video. So the last clip that I was talking to you guys about, I was on page like 30 or something, and I was trying to decide if I was going to DNF this book. I was so confused at that point, and I literally read like 10 more pages and was no longer confused. So that was 100% on me. But I stopped being confused, and then I got into it enough to where I didn't want to DNF it, but the end rating for this was definitely like a 2.5 or a 2.75. I feel this book wasn't even that long. It was almost 400 pages, which to me is not that long, but I really think that this could have been like a 300-page book, maybe even like 2 something. I am very disappointed with myself because I think that this book is the classic example of like, it was a me thing. Like, I don't think that this was a bad book. It won the Booker Prize, so like obviously like it's not a bad book. I just for some reason did not emotionally connect to it in the way that I thought that I was going to. And there were parts that I thought were really funny. I really, really loved the concept of it, and I did really like the last few pages, but overall the political aspect of it I didn't really enjoy. Like, I don't love reading about politics in books if it's the main thing. If it is the main concept for the book, I don't love that in books, unless it's like a fantasy situation and like it's, I don't know how to explain it. I don't have to explain, I don't know how to explain me in politics in books, but there were more parts of it that I didn't like than what I did like. And so that's why it's at 2.5. But I don't regret reading it. I don't regret not DNFing it. I am just a little bit disappointed because this has been on my radar for, not even joking, the last 2 or 3 years, and it was one of my most anticipated books for this year. But you know, you win some, you lose some. It is what it is. She's chewing on my hair behind me the entire time that I've been talking. Okay, anyway, so I do feel success because I finished a book, did my 200 pages, made up Tuesday's pages. So now I am going to be starting Salvage the Bones by Jesmyn Ward. I was at a meeting situation, not a situation, it was a meeting, at our independent bookstore here in town, and the store manager we were talking about different books that we had read, and she said that she absolutely loved this book. So I was telling her to read Let Us Descend. She was telling me to read Salvage the Bones. So I am very excited. This book is 256 pages. So that would get me my goal for today, as well as making up some of the pages that I need to read from Thursday. But y'all, this challenge for someone who works full time, I didn't even work. I worked 3 days this week. Like, I worked less than what I normally do, and this challenge is not for the weak. And I'm weak. I have definitely been weak this week. I do think that page-wise I'll be able to complete this challenge, but like, this is just not gone how I thought it was going to, literally at all. You know, life just gets in the way. Like, what's that Jess Mariano thing where he's like, I'm trying to be good, life just isn't letting me. I feel like it's like, I'm trying to read 200 pages a day, life just isn't letting me. Like, this is just not gone how I thought it was going to. But I think that page count wise, we are going to complete the challenge. So all that to say, I definitely need another cup of coffee, might need a nap, don't know, but we're gonna figure it out, and we are going to continue on with the video. So I will see you guys in a little bit.